Hello and welcome to another Stamp with Amy K Facebook Live video. And I am just checking out here on my page to make sure that I'm live where I would like to be, which it looks like I am, and trying to get it pulled up here so I can see comments, which of course Facebook is always changing stuff, so the video looks a little weird, but okay. So I apologize that it is later in the day than I planned for it to be, for me to hop on here, but the UPS guy was way late getting here. And of course, we had some school things I had to finish up. So I am just now able to finally get out here and show you all the awesome new stuff that came in from my Stampin' Up! 2020 to 2021 annual catalog pre-order. So, hey, Akiko, I'm glad you're here. I can see Patricia and Christina are here too. So, yay, thanks for all hopping in. G is here as well. So, and I see Kevin. So, all right. So, I'm glad that you guys are as excited as I am about checking out all the new stuff. I see Tracy and Deb, and I apologize if I miss anybody as you're hopping on. I will try to say hello, but I want to get busy and show you the stuff that I got too. So, all right. So, I thought I would start with the new in colors. I'm sure that you've probably seen these floating about. Hey, Anne, I see. How does the new catalog come? Does the new catalog come with the demonstrator order? Unfortunately, it does not. Stampin' Up! Mailed them out to us by bulk mail, so it will get to you whenever it gets to you. I actually don't have my copy yet either, which I'm a little sad about, but it is what it is. So I can see it online, so I will have to go with that copy for now. So that's why I actually ordered. Well, I ordered everything anyway, just because I always do. But that was part of why I wanted, just because I actually wanted to see it. It's hard for me to look at the catalog online. I much prefer the hard copy in my hand. So, all right, so let's get going. I thought I'd start with the in color stuff, and I'm sure that you've seen them floating around. They've been kind of let's see. I guess Paper Pumpkin announced the colors, so it's been they've been out and about. So the first color that we have here is Bumblebee, which I'm sure that you've all seen that one because that was in the new Designer Series paper that came out earlier this month. That is the Ornate Garden Designer Series paper. So this is Bumblebee, so we get to meet that color officially. Next up, we have Cinnamon Cider, which is very, very pretty. It's sort of kind of like the color I remember Chocolate Chip being, only a little bit lighter, if that helps you. If you were around during the Chocolate Chip time frame, if that helps you at all. But like I said, that's the color I feel like that is closest to it. And then we have Just Jade, which is a very pretty green color. Well, jade, yeah, I guess jade is green. It's sort of a little bit of a blue tint to me in the jade, but definitely, again, a very pretty color, and I do love these colors. And then we have probably the one that will be my favorite, although I don't know, they're all good, is Magenta Madness, and that is a really bright, hot pink for... I know there was a color quite a long time ago, before I became a demonstrator. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but there's Close to Cocoa is... Yeah, I guess that's probably closer. You're probably right, Samantha. So you still have chocolate chip ink? Well, I think it will coordinate nicely with the new cinnamon cider. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't have chocolate chip anymore, but that was the color that I initially thought of when I looked at it. So then we have the Magenta Madness, which is a hot, hot pink. And I can't remember for the life of me what the name of it was, but I know that there was a really, really hot pink a long time ago that was a Stampin' Up! Color. And it's similar to that. Obviously, I'm sure it's different, but... definitely, it's a very good one. So, and you still have Close to Cocoa? Good heavens. I don't have any of those colors anymore. And then the final color is Misty Moonlight. So this is, again, the cardstock colors, which I thought probably would be easiest for you to see. The ink right now is actually not in stock yet, so we don't have the inks, but we do have the... cardstocks, and we've got Designer Series paper and all that sort of thing. So then Stampin' Up! Came out with new ribbon in all of the new in colors. So again, same colors we just ran through. It's a 1/4-inch ribbon, and it doesn't say what kind it is, just says 1/4-inch ribbon. I don't know. It's I'll kind of hold it up and hopefully you can see it. It's kind of a woven, should tie nice bows kind of ribbon. So hopefully you can see it close enough up there in the screen. So that is the ribbon. And then there are 2020 to 2022 in-color enamel dots, which enamel dots are some of my favorite embellishments. So I was very, very happy to see those here. So we've got a set of those, again, that coordinates with the new in-colors. And they are self-adhesive. I'm sure you probably noticed that, but they are, so that's definitely a nice bonus. And then we have the 2020 to 2022 In Color Designer Series papers. And we have we have designer paper stacks in all of these colors, actually, in the new catalog. So I'm excited about that. So one side has got kind of these stripy polka dots, I guess is what you'd say. I like that the ribbon is a 1/4 inch too. It's kind of a nice size, a little bit thinner. And Berry Burst is maybe not, I don't know. I feel like it's a different shade of pink. There was a really hot pink, and again, it was a long time ago, and I can't remember the name of it. That's the color it sort of reminds me of. So, all right, so we've got one side looks sort of like denim almost, or fabric, I guess, because it'll be different colors, but it looks denim in the blue, in the midnight misty moonlight color. So we got polka dots on that side, and then there's a very small text on one side, and then wood grain, yay, 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 on the other side. So Karen forgot to hit the overnight button. Goodness, how dare you? All right, so those are the new Designer Series paper stacks, and again, they're in all the color families, but this is the only one that I was able to get in our pre-order. It was the In Color paper. So, and it's 6x6, which is also good. Was it Pretty in Pink? Was that the name of it? I can't remember. Pixie Pink might be the one I'm thinking of. Good call, Michelle. I bet that's what it was. So that's the one that, for whatever reason, when you said that, I went, I think that's the one. So, all right. So moving right along, we have Celebrate Sunflowers, which is a beautiful stamp set, and it's got coordinating dies that go with it. These are and it's going to take me a minute to remember all the names. I apologize. I guess named sunflower dies. That what I should have remembered. So, but anyhow, so they're a beautiful set of dies. There are some that coordinate with the images, and then this one is actually designed to overlay the image. So you stamp it, cut it out with the outline image, and then this one lays right over the top of it very nicely. So this is a beautiful set of dies, beautiful, beautiful stamp set. I cannot wait to use it. I love the fonts in this one as well. The mixed fonts are always good, so very, very, very pretty. And Pink Passion just found, you found the ink pad? Goodness. I'm telling you, we need to, I think I need to come to your house and clean out your stash. So, all right, in this, it's a whole suite of products. In this, they do have some of the Memories and More card pack cards, and this is the Flowers for Every Season card pack. And I'm not going to show you every single one of these, but I'll kind of give you a little flip through so that you kind of get an idea of what they look like. But they're pretty. The colors are really, really nice in this. Beautiful, beautiful set of cards. And I don't know if you noticed this, but there are some Christmas ones in here. So, and the Designer Series paper, well, that was actually something that is in the catalog. There's a coordinating Designer Series paper, and it also has Christmas in it, as well as spring and summer and fall. And so they kind of did a nice job of coordinating all this. So obviously there are some fall images and summer ones. So it's a great, great pack. So, you need help cleaning out your stash because you've got Regal Rose, Strawberry Slush, Primrose Petals. Yes, Karen, I think I need to come to all your houses clean out your stash for you. So again, here are more of the card pack cards. Oh, and this has got there are some of the die cut stickers in with this pack as well. Flip it over on the other side so you can see a little bit of the other side. But this is the Memories and More card pack set, which is from the Flowers for Every Season Memories and More card pack. And again, it's in the suite of products with the Celebrate Sunflowers. And then there also are some coordinating Memories and More cards and envelopes, and these are in the new In Colors. And the official name of them, I guess I should have known, is the Flowers for Every Season Memories and More cards and envelopes. So again, these are the cards that I can go either way with it. They got the nice little outline on there. They're designed for layering the card pack cards. Obviously, you can use them for regular card bases as well, but they're specifically designed for the card packs. So very, very pretty. And then they've got some nice designed envelopes. Hey, Kayla, thanks for hopping in. So, and Christina saying, no way, Jose. So... So I can't get into her stash. I don't know. I might have to break in. I'm telling you. All right. So cards and envelopes that coordinate with the card pack, which is definitely a good. And if you hear any loud crashes, it's probably just because I'm stacking my stuff up and it's going to be a big pile. And I'm hoping it doesn't all tumble off the table as I'm doing this video. But if it does and there's a loud crash and I start laughing, you'll know what happened. So... in this same product suite, there's actually a Jar of Flowers stamp set bundle. which has got some, again, beautiful images in it. And I guess one thing I didn't show you on the Celebrate Sunflowers is the images on the case are actually a little bit smaller than the images of the actual stamped images. So I think the case said it was 90% size, so they're a little bit bigger. And then same thing with this Jar of Flowers stamp set. The images are actually a little bit bigger, which I know they're hard to see because it's a photopolymer, but it's definitely a bigger image than what it appears on the front of the case. So very pretty, some fun stuff for coloring and watercoloring and all that sort of thing. So really great images, and it looks like this one must be a reversible set as well. Yep, it is. So so you can stamp the solid image of the jar on one side and then the kind of lined image on the other, and same thing with the little well, I think it's a shelf line die or line image. So that one, yep, so very nice, reversible. And there's a punch that goes with it, which I know everybody loves punches. So and it's hard to see because it gets a glare on it from my light, but there's a punch that coordinates with the Jar of Flower stamp set, which is awesome. So hey Patricia, glad that you're here. And the comments are starting to fly by, so I apologize if I'm missing saying hello to everybody. Oh, you're right. It could be a straw, Samantha. Maybe that's what it is. And maybe I'm just like, it's a striped shelf. But yeah, straw would make more sense. I guess I should have looked through the samples in the catalog before I start talking. All right. So next up in this suite of products, again, all these items are available individually, but you can also it's one of those where they've got the one number and you can get every single thing in the product suite, which is awesome. This is the Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack. And this is beautiful ribbon, beautiful, beautiful ribbon. So this is the twine, and it's got silver thread woven through it as well as white. And I'm assuming that this is, I probably should have pulled out all the colors on these, but I believe this is the Misty Moonlight in white, and then it's got silver in it for the thread. And then gingham. Who doesn't love gingham? I believe, again, this is just jade for the color in that one, and it's gingham ribbon. And then there is a white, just a really pretty nice kind of lightweight, almost like linen feel white ribbon in the pack as well. So this is a combo pack, and all three come together in one package, and it's a huge pack of ribbon. So a very nice, definitely a nice little add-on to that. And it will go perfectly, I think, with the jars and the sunflowers and all that. Two other things that are in that same set of things. We have the mason jar shaker domes, which how cute are these? So they fit inside the punch, inside the jar punch. So, and you'll be able to do little shaker cards with them. So these are awesome. Compare Just Jade and Garden Green, please. I may be able to do that in a minute, but I actually, I don't have any Garden Green at the moment. So, and they're two pretty different colors from, yeah. So anyway, but yeah, if I have a minute at the end, I will definitely grab those. So remind me to do it at the end, Diane. All right, so we've got little shaker jar domes, and then there are Flowers for Every Season gems, which you can fill up your little shaker with. And I'll hold them up and try to hold them still so you can get a peek at what's in there. But some kind of pretty little sparkly gems in that set. So, all right, so let me set that aside. And then this isn't in the suite of products, but I thought it was kind of similar. And it's really cute. And it's Bumblebee, and it is gingham ribbon, is a 1/4 inch wide as well. So I guess not very, I was thinking it had some magical name, but no, it's just gingham ribbon, and it's in Bumblebee. So it does coordinate with all of the colors that are already in that suite of products. So again, it's very pretty. And I don't think it was part of the full product suite. I think it was a separate thing, but another pretty ribbon that will coordinate with it very nicely. So let me slide that up out of the way, and we'll just keep moving on along and moving to the next suite of products. Oh goodness. This is a big one as well. So we'll start with the stamp set. It is called Forever Fern, which again has got beautiful, beautiful sentiments in it. Love the font in it. Very pretty images. This is one of those distinctive stamps where you get just with a single inking. All you do is just get your kind of layered look stamping, and all it does is takes one single run through the ink to get that. And again, this one, the images are actually bigger on the stamp set than they are on the case, so they're a little bit bigger. So you can see that red rubber stamp. So Lots of new ribbon, yes. There's lots of new everything. It's a good catalog, really, really good catalog. There's a coordinating set of dies, and it is the Forever Flourishing dies. And again, I'll just kind of set these side by side, so hopefully you can take a peek at them together. I didn't want the jar set. Oh, until he just showed it. Yeah, it's a good set. And all the coordinating products with it are awesome. So definitely a good one. So this is one of those die sets that has some of the dies cut out the actual images. And then there are a couple that cut and emboss as well. So again, this is a really pretty set of dies. Another one that I can't wait to dig in and start using. And again, this is a whole suite of products. So you will definitely, you can order everything with all one number and punch it in once, or you can order each individual product. There's some Forever Greenery Trim Combo Pack, which it's got sort of an ivory look. Ooh, this is nice. It's very soft, really soft ribbon that goes with it. And then there is a gold twine that goes with it as well. So hopefully I'm holding these still enough that you can see what they are for the combo pack. And then there are some gold hoops, and I saw these actually in some samples. They're very, very thin, and I should probably rip it open. I should have opened it earlier. But they're a really thin little gold hoop, and you can actually put them on card fronts, which initially when I looked at them, I'm like, well, I don't quite understand it, but they're beautiful on card fronts, kind of just layered underneath. You can put the sentiment over the top and maybe some of the greenery around it, but very pretty, very thin, kind of delicate little gold hoops. So those are very pretty, and they're also in that product suite. And then next up, we have the Forever Gold Specialty Designer Series paper. And these are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And again, I know the light is terrible because I have to shine light on it so you guys can see everything, but there's a glare on it as well. So some beautiful gold leaf images and or gold leaf kind of die cuts, basically. From gold foiling, and you can see my face shining back in the gold foiling. So these will be really nice for layering the sentiments. The die, there are some dies and punches and things that we have that will coordinate with this, so you can layer your sentiments over the top. And I was going to peek and see how many sheets of each there were. So 1, 2, 3 sheets like that, and then there are some of these. Ooh, that are designed more to look like the card front. And of course I flipped it over and it's all backwards now. There we go. So again, these are some very delicate die cuts that you can use on your card fronts. So again, these all come apart, so each one will be an individual card front for you. So very, very pretty. Do the leaves pop out, or do you have to cut them out? From the gold, these will pop out. So this is all, I don't know if you can see it, how well you can see it on the camera, but it all, basically it'll pop right out. It's like a pre-cut, I knew that was going to happen, kind of a pre-cut thing where it'll pop out, and you can adhere it then directly to the card front or your project like that. So hopefully that answers, and hopefully that was the question you were asking, Nancy. So very, very pretty. Let me stack those over here. And like I said, my table is already starting to get full. And all right, then we have the Greenery Embossing Folders is what I'm trying to say. So these are 2 little half-size folders. And hopefully you can see this one actually, I probably guess I should hold it like that, sort of embosses on both sides of it at the same time. So kind of a pretty little embossing folder. And then this one is just like a rows of little leaves on that one. So hopefully you can see those well enough on the screen. I know it's kind of hard to see with so much color in the background, but hopefully you can see those. So those are 2 embossing folders that are in that product suite. And then we have the Designer Series paper, which is the Forever Greenery Designer Series paper, and the colors in it are Garden Green, Just Jade, Pear Pizzazz, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Soft Seafoam, as well as Whisper White. So those are the colors in here. Oh, now of course I got it upside down now. So this is one side of the Designer Series paper. I'll flip it over, and it's striped on the other side. So I believe somebody was asking earlier about the 2. This is Garden Green and this is your Just Jade. So they're kind of 2 really different colors. And hopefully it shows up well enough on the screen that you can see. But they're 2 pretty distinctly different colors almost even different color families when I look at them. One is got more of a yellow tone to it, and the other one is more of a blue tone. So if that helps. So this is another sheet of the Designer Series paper, the beautiful ferns in the background, and then just sort of a polka dotty type green on this side. All right. Next sheet of paper has got pretty leaves on it, and then flip it over the other side. Ooh, that's really pretty too. Again, just some basic background type leaves. Next up is, again, another sheet of a Designer Series paper that's got the leaves and the ferns on it, which, gosh, this is pretty paper. And then the back side has kind of got your more just kind of plain patterned background. And we've got some more leaves. I know, shocking. But it's a fern set of products, I guess, or botanical set of products. And then we've got some kind of striped Designer Series paper here in the background. And the final sheet of paper has got the pretty leaves on one side, and flip it over, and there are kind of more neutral leaves on the back side. So that, again, is the Forever Greenery Designer Series paper. And again, I think that's the name of the product suite as well, as Forever Greenery. So that is a whole suite of products that, again, you can get individually if you would like, or you can get them all, do it all as one huge bundle again. So I'm glad that you're liking it, Nancy. It's this catalog is really good. There's a lot of really, really, really good stuff in it. So, all right. So next up, and I'm just looking at this paper, and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. I'll show you that in a minute, but oh my gosh, it's beautiful paper. All right. So we have first up the Tasteful Touches stamp set. And again, the stamps in here are a little bit smaller. They're 95% of what the actual size is. And again, it's one of the red rubber stamps. Very pretty fonts in this one as well. So we've got Tasteful Touches is the name of the stamp set. Some pretty images. And then, as always, awesome, more label type dies. And this is together in a bundle. These are called Tasteful Labels dies. And I know that I showed you those kind of die cut foil sheets. I think that some of these are going to fit very nicely on the die cut gold foil sheets. So definitely some nice coordinating products, which is always good. So again, this is the Tasteful Labels dies and Tasteful Touches stamp set, and these are together in a bundle, as well as it's a whole product suite. So again, it's the one number you get to push and get everything, or you can choose the individual items as well. So we've got our stamp set and dies, and then there is the Tasteful Textures 3D embossing folder, which I'll try to hold it still, and I should have got some dark cardstock to stick behind everything, but I did not. So that is our embossing folder, which looks like it's, again, going to be one of those that's sort of a nice neutral background. Not quite as subtle as the subtle embossing folder, but close. So definitely a good one to have. Again, this is Tasteful Texture 3D embossing folder. I know, Karen, this catalog is awesome. I mean, I don't know how they do it every time, but it's awesome. So, all right, so we got the In Good Taste elements, which these are some of the little wooden elements that have been fairly popular recently. So these are all ones that you can just pop out. You can sponge these, you can leave them plain. I've seen you can emboss them if you kind of dab them on the top of your Versamark ink pad and then sprinkle them with your embossing powder. You can heat emboss them, which is very cool. So these are the little images in there. And again, those are the In Good Taste elements. So those are all part of that same product suite. And then, I don't know, well, I shouldn't say it's my favorite part, but one of my favorite parts of the suite is this pack of Designer Series paper. It is the In Good Taste Designer Series paper, and it is a huge pack. It's 24 sheets, 12 by 12, and the colors in it are Basic Gray, Early Espresso, Gray Granite, Night of Navy, Petal Pink, Rococo Rose, Smoky Slate, Very Vanilla, and Whisper White. So, and I just look at it, I'm like, oh, I love the wood texture paper, or the wood grain images on it. And the back side of that one, it looks like tile. It's very cool. Like, I don't know, almost like subway tile, bathroom tile, I don't know what you call it, but very cool. Very, very, very cool. So got that one. And then this sheet of designer paper looks, I'm sure there's a word for it. Is it burlap? Is that the word I'm looking for? Y'all probably know better than I do the different types of fabric. And then this is very cool. I love this one. So the tile kind of background look on that. So those are the two. That's front and back of that one. And then we've got some beautiful dark wood grain Designer Series paper. The back side of it is just like paint I don't know, putty is not the right word, but sort of paint palette look to it. So hey Penny, I'm glad that you are here. So that's the back side is the paint. And then we've got kind of a medium wood grain, which, oh, yay. Like I said, I'm just so excited to have all the wood grain papers back in all the different shades. And then the back side again is it's a pretty tiled look on the back. And this one is sort of just a neutral, which would make great background. Well, great backgrounds for everything, but definitely good guy cards with this one. And then flip it over, and it's got kind of that tiled look as well on the back, which these two coordinate very nicely together. I just noticed that. And yay for more wood grain paper. And backside is sort of a fabric look to it. So hopefully you can see that. And very pretty kind of gray-brown colors in that one. Oh, and this one we've got some pink. Sort of a fabric look to that as well. Oh, this is nice. I like that. Kind of the tiled look on the back in the very neutral white. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And then we've got this piece of paper. It's got kind of the white palette look to it. Oh, and cool. This is awesome too. I don't know if there's a right or a wrong way, upside down, right side up. It looked upside down to me, but I'm not sure that there's really a true upside down, right side up. So this looks like wood grain type tile to me. That's a stacked tile look. And then we've got more of kind of the wood or the paint type look to it. And this one must have the Night of Navy underneath it. Oh, and that's cool too. This got some pretty tile. So what are y'all thinking of this pack of paper? You know that I'm going to go through like 20 of these, right? So some very light wood grain, and then kind of a fabric look on the back of that one. And then here we've got kind of a dark fabric look, and then a lighter tile on the back side. This one looks like it's got a little Night of Navy in it, so that's very pretty. And then the last piece, of course, I think I left one in the pack. I'm not really sure why. There we go. So we've got a very light wood grain, and then the back of that has got sort of the tile look as well. So this is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pack of paper. Yes, I know that I will be using up tons of this stuff. So again, it's the In Good Taste Designer Series paper, and it is a huge 24-pack 12 by 12 Designer Series paper, so very good one. And then the final suite, give me a second to roll over and grab it, is this one. And this has got, oh, I should grab everything here. Like I said, I'm trying to make sure everything doesn't tumble off everywhere because there's a lot of it. So we have the Beautiful World stamp set, which it's cool. I love the fonts in this one. Some good sentiments in it as well. So always good to have something. We're always looking for things for guy cards, and these would make good ones, good graduation cards and that sort of thing as well. See it being an item on back order. Well, if I have anything to say about it, it probably will be, because I'll order a billion packs of it. So we've got the stamp set here, which is the Beautiful World, and then we have the coordinating dies, which are called the World Map dies. And again, coordinating images. Some of these obviously cut out something that is not necessarily a stamped image. I cut out themselves, goodness. So, although I think you may be able to get them to line up, I'm not entirely sure if they look like they'll line up. Let me try it. Oh. So, oh yeah, I think it will actually line up. Well, maybe not the lined part, but I don't know. I'd have to give it a try. I didn't actually take any of them out and play with them. I just pulled them out and got everything set up to show you. Hopefully you can see this. This is really cool. This is like a kind of scripty embossed piece. So you can emboss with that. So that's definitely awesome. Hey, Jerry, and I see that Lois is here as well. Thanks for hopping in today. So a really good set of dies and a cool stamp set to go with it. And there's also a Memories and More card pack, which, where did I put the name of the card pack? Did I not keep it? I thought I had kept all the, of course I didn't. Give me 1 second and I can get the name of it. Someday I'll get everything put together. So we've got the World of Good Memories and More card pack cards. So that is what the name of this card pack is, which again, these are good ones for, guy cards, well, lady cards too, but these would be good graduation ones. So definitely some good things in here. And then flip them over on the other side, and lots of good sentiments, some good images. Gosh, this is cool. I love the colors in this too. Today was a great day, so some good images, good card pack. And then we've got the larger cards in here as well, and these are foiled, so that's very awesome. So hopefully you can see that on the video. So there are some of the kind of specialty cards in here. I'll flip through those a little bit. And then there are some of the die cut stickers that are foiled as well. And then here are additional die cut stickers that don't have foiling on them. These do, so some good images. And these have got a little bit of a score line on them. I wonder, they must be designed to wrap around something, but I'm not entirely sure what. Again, I should have done a little more digging in the catalog. Oh no, they're not scored. Never mind. They're triangles. I see now. I should have looked closer before saying anything. So it's a triangle, and it's just got a little bit of paper in the middle of it. That's all. So, because I noticed that on here, these are triangles. So, yep, definitely cool. So, hey Barbara, glad that you're here, and Christy as well. So, checking out the new goodies. So, how does the brass foil compare with the gold? It's definitely a different color. Let me grab the gold foil. And again, on the video, I'm sure it doesn't show up as well, but hopefully you can see the difference between the two when I put them side by side on the video. Hopefully you can see it. Again, I know it's hard because the color, depending on how it shows up on your screen and how good the lighting is, it's definitely a different color. This one, to me, the brass is more like sort of like a copper look. Not quite the same as copper, but it's definitely much closer to copper than gold for me when I'm looking at it. So, all right. And then we've got more of the card pack cards. So some good ones here. And we've got these, Sailing Home stamp set bundle that is available now that this will coordinate perfectly with as well. So if you don't have that bundle, definitely get on getting that one. So next up in this suite, we have got an embossing folder, which again is, I think, going to be one of those this looks a little strange in here. I don't know. I don't feel like that's a good image of it, and I'll have to actually emboss with it. But this is the Old World Paper 3D embossing folder. And I think this is going to give it things sort of that antiqued look. So, you know how sometimes we kind of have to rough up the paper if we want it to look antiqued? I think it's going to actually make it look antiqued by just running it through with the embossing folder. And I bet this is one of those that if you added a little bit of ink to it, would be really cool for embossing. So I will definitely be playing with this one soon. Again, this is the Old World Paper 3D embossing folder. And there is some coordinating ribbon. This is Early Espresso, and it is faux suede trim. And oh my gosh, that feels lovely. I don't even know how else to describe it other than to say it feels lovely. It's so soft. I think it's gonna tie bows beautifully. So this is, wow. That's the first time I really touched it, and man, that's nice. I like it. So it's definitely a different feel from any of the ribbon that we've ever had. It feels like suede. So that's very cool. All right, next up we've got antique corners and slides elements, and hopefully I can get that to open up. So these are little things that are designed. The ribbon will go through. Of course, I pretend like I do this pretend like I can do this calmly and smoothly. But it'll give it sort of the little buckled look if you want to do that with your ribbon. And then there are little corner pieces that you can adhere on that give it sort of an antique look. Hopefully you can see it. I'm trying to get it in the light well so you can see the kind of embossed images on it. And the little buckles had a little bit of embossing on them as well. And they're the brass type look, so very cool. Definitely will coordinate nicely with the suite of products. Yes, that embossing folder is good. Everything's good. I can't wait. Can't wait. I'm glad UPS finally got here. They were so late today. I was just, of course, after I tell y'all I'm going to hop on and I'll be on, right as soon as my order gets here, then they're way late. And then we had therapy appointments and stuff for my daughter, so I couldn't even hop on right away when it came. So, all right, so we've got the World of Good Specialty Designer Series paper. The colors in this one are Basic Black, Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, and Whisper White. So very, very good. Add the best dress bag. Oh, those would be awesome on the best dress bag. And actually, so this ribbon would too. So, ooh, good idea. Now I might have to go play with that as well. All right, so designer series paper. This one is sort of like an earth look, map look to it. And then this is a little, excuse me, a little different coloring, a little different design of a map on the back. I don't know why all of a sudden my voice has decided to give out. Apparently I'm talking too much. So then we got this, which is sort of, you know, the grid map type look paper. And then the back side of it has got the nautical images on it. So very cool, very pretty. I love the colors in this paper as well. And then this one is a little more subtle. I'm hoping that you can see it on the screen. But again, it's sort of that grid kind of map look background. And then, oh, this is foiled paper. Ooh, did it say specialty paper? It probably did, and I didn't. Yeah, it did say specialty. So it's foiled with the brass on it as well, so that's very cool. There are brass foil sheets that will be coming as well in the new catalog. Those were not on the pre-order, but there are brass foil sheets, so we're going to have some new foil sheets to play with. This is very cool. I love that. Kind of just a neutral sort of scripty look to the background. And, oh, that's cool too. So this is kind of foiled brass look to it, map look background. Then we have got nautical images here. Flip it over. Oh, that's cool. And then there are the brass embossed kind of earth look, map look images on it. And then the final piece of paper in this pack has kind of got just the green sort of subtle background design. Oh, and that's awesome. And then this is just grid look in brass foil. So very, very pretty. Very awesome. All right. Let's get that out of the way. And that's it for like the full product suites that I got in my order. That was all we could order for product suites. The rest of what I have are some additional bundles and stamp sets that we were able to order. So this one is the Lovely You stamp set bundle, and it's got some really cool sentiments in it. And again, I love the fonts in it. Love the pretty little flowers, but good sentiments. And again, love the fonts on it. And then we have this cool punch, and I will try to get the light right on it so you can see it. It's actually designed so that you can stamp it, punch one end, flip it around and punch the other end of a little strip of paper, and then you'll have, it makes like almost a die cut look to it, except you're just going to use your punch on either end. And there are different sizes. It looks like a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch wide. You can fit into each of the slots. And there are 2 different ones on here. So this is essentially like almost having 2 little dies, only it's a punch. And it coordinates the sizing on the images here. And it does say that these are 95% size, so they're a little bit larger. Actually, the real images are a little bit larger than what it shows on the cover. But they're designed to if you stamp it on a little, inch wide, 1/2 inch wide, whatever, sheet of paper, stamp it, slide it into the end of the punch it, and then flip it around the other side and punch the other side, and then you've got a cool little banner for your sentiment. All right. It is a really cool punch. I mean, like I said, this catalog's good. It's really, really good. So, all right, so we got the Field of Flowers stamp set bundle. Again, I love that this got the kind of mixed font look to it as well. And then we've got some little flower images here in the stamp set and a little dragonfly. And then there is a coordinating flower punch, which it looks like, I should probably lay this over the top before I start saying that. It is a coordinating. Maybe it's not. I thought it did. Or maybe I'm just not smart enough to figure out how to make it work. But you know what? I don't think that this actually coordinates with that stamped image. I thought it did for a second, but now that I look at it, they're a different shape. So, but these are some cool little flower punches that they've got here. So that you could actually make into a border die if you wanted to do that, a border punch, or you can punch these out and have like a whole bunch of little confetti flowers. So another good one, good stamp set, good punch, bundle. And then next up we have the Many Mates stamp set and the Many Medallions dies. So this is the stamp set, which is awesome because it's full of sentiments. And again, some that are for the outside of the card, some that are for the inside of the card, which is, something that I always struggle with, is stamping the inside of the card. I love that Stampin' Up! Is starting to do more and more of these types of stamp sets where they've got kind of the images or the sentiments for the outside and then sentiments that go on the inside as well. So I'll give it a second. You can take a look through those. And then we have the Mini Medallions dies, which this is one of the larger ones that would do like a background type, full background. And then these look like additional pieces that you can die cut and use for borders and that type of thing. So I'll have to play with this one a little bit because I don't know if it does anything extremely awesomely special, or if it's just some good backgrounds, which we always need those as well. So it's kind of, even the tone-on-tone backgrounds are very, very cool and something that's really been popular on cards as well. All right, so it's a good catalog, Christy. Yes, it's good. I don't know what else to say, but it's an awesome catalog. All right, so we have got the Blossoms in Bloom stamp set bundle. This has got some beautiful floral images in it, some good sentiments as well. It's a photopolymer stamp set, and again, it's one of those that does a little bit of the distinctive look to it. And then there are some beautiful dies that coordinate. I don't believe that they actually cut the image out. Maybe it does. Let me try. Oh, it does. So look at that. That's awesome. Okay, so you stamp the image, and then you can die cut it out with this sort of larger backgroundy looking, or I'm sorry, you would cut out the lined part and overlay it on your stamped image is what I'm trying to say. So anyhow, so they fit together perfectly, which is very, very cool. So you'd stamp the image first on your piece of paper, and then you could do your die cutting from whatever color you wanted your kind of background and leaves to be, and overlay the two, and they will work perfectly together. And if you don't necessarily want to use the stamp set, or even if you do, you could probably still use the stamp set, but these two sets of dies are designed to lay one over the top of the other as well. So sort of like the Poppies dies that we have, the Poppy Moments dies that are in the current catalog. They're kind of the layering pieces that go over the top, as well as some stamped images that you can use with them. So definitely a good set, and this is called the Many Layered Blooms dies. So this is a set that coordinates, and I know y'all love flowers as much as I do. I'm glad I saw the little hearts come flying across the screen. So wondering if you would use the blossoms and blooms separately. I think you definitely could. I mean, it just depends on how you want to use it, because this one, if you just want the stamp set, you could definitely just do that, because all the pieces are there that you could stamp the whole image if you want to. You could just do the dies separately as well. They don't necessarily need to go together, but it's nice that they actually do go together, because I know that the Poppy dies, that's one thing that's a little confusing about them, is they look like they go with the stamped images, but they don't really. Where this one, actually, they're designed, they coordinate all together, so you can use them all together if you want to, but you don't necessarily have to. So definitely a nice stamp set, nice bundle. So, all right, next up we've got Birds and Branches for our stamp set, and the Birds and More dies. So, oh man, this is an awesome set. So I love it already, and I just am looking at it. So got the little bird images here that are designed for the two-step stamping. This is photopolymer. So we've got where you can stamp the birds and kind of do the layers of color on them. You got a little nest, got your branches, got the little leaves to go with it. So, oh, and there are even little eggs in it. How cute. That's an awesome set. So a very good one. Like I said, it's very good. Oh, and there are even little feet. I see the little bird feet. So that's a good stamp set. And then we've got dies that coordinate. So the dies will obviously cut out, excuse me, goodness, cut out your bird images and your nest image, the eggs, some of the little additional pieces, the little flowery type pieces and leaves and that sort of thing. And then there's a nice border die that goes with it. And this I love. How cool is that? That we've got it's a circle die where you can cut it out and put your bird inside the circle. And then there are a couple of bird dies that are kind of the standalone dies as well that'll cut and emboss. So, and then there are some little additional branch pieces that you can die cut as well. So I love it. Oh, you ordered this one, Christy? Yeah, this is a good one. Definitely a good one. All right. The last couple things that I have to show you are just some stamp sets that we were able to order. So I have the Comfort and Hope stamp set, which is kind of a good one for, well, you know, sometimes we need or sympathy type cards, so definitely a good one to have around with sort of some background type images with it. And you love that the birds face both ways. It is good. It's cute. So they can face each other or not if they're not happy with each other. So the images on here are a little bit bigger than they look on the front of the, well, maybe they're not. Maybe they're the same size. I thought they were bigger, but maybe not. It's probably the same. Yeah, it's the same size. So, but it's a red rubber stamp. So I've got a cool stamp set. And then we have a Grand Kid, which is a fun little stamp set here with lots of good sentiments in it, particularly, well, they're good for everybody. But again, if you have grandkids, we don't very often get stamp sets to talk about grandkids, but there's one with a grandson and a granddaughter, so that's very cool. Best grandkid ever. But then there are some that anybody could use with the congratulations. And you know, the best grandkid ever, we must be related. So just some fun little sentiments in there, and a fun stamp set. And again, this one is a red rubber stamp. And then the last two that I have to show you are the Host exclusive stamp sets from the new catalog. So this one is Touched My Heart, which has got some very pretty sentiments in it, and some really pretty images that will make great cards, just kind of stamped around with the you know, with the sentiments, so definitely a good one. And, you know, we always, unfortunately, need sympathy cards and that sort of thing, and they're a little harder to make, so it's nice to have some pretty stamp sets that we can help us out, or that'll help us out a little bit with that. So again, a red rubber stamp. And then the final stamp set I've got here is called Summer Days, and this is a Host exclusive as well. It's also a red rubber stamp, and it's got, you know, it's just some kind of fun summer images in it, where you can make some little summer scenes. There's a little guy with his kite, some little dog, cat, bunny, a little girl reading her book. Got just kind of the little lane with the trees on the side, got some clouds and butterflies and an apple. So another really cute little stamp set that is a Host exclusive. So that is all that I have got for awesome new products from the catalog. So I don't know if you want to take one last look at the pretty papers from or the pretty colors, the new in colors that we've got here. I'll kind of lay those out as I'm chattering away here to finish up. If you are interested in getting your hands on these products early, let me know. I'd love to have you join the team with us, and you can pre-order these items. You can put them in your starter kit. You can also order them once you've joined. You'd be able to order whatever it is you would like from the pre-order list. So these are the awesome new in colors, and like I said, lots and lots of things to choose from the pre-order list. So let me know if you have any questions. Again, would love to have you join the team if you're interested and get your hands on this product a little bit early. And I see that someone is asking, Diane is asking me to compare crushed curry next to Bumblebee as well, so I'll do that in 1 second. So I'm glad that you all were joined me today for the little video. And if you give me 1 second, I will pull out those two colors and do the side-by-side comparison. So again, if you're done looking at the goodies, you're feel free to take off and leave. But thanks for joining this afternoon. Hopefully you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll plan to be back on YouTube live on Friday at 2 Eastern Time, and then back on Facebook Live again next week at 2 Eastern Time. But if you want to see the comparison of the two colors, hold on 1 second and I will grab those cardstocks and you can take a peek. And hopefully not knock over anything in the process. I have my computer set up right in the middle of everything, so I was trying not to trip over the power cord. All right, so Diane had asked me to take a look at Just Jade and Garden Green, and to me, there are two very different colors. Garden Green to me has got more of a yellow tone to it. Just Jade is definitely more of a blue tone to it to me. So it is some awesome stuff. I mean, it's a good catalog, and I'm excited. There's even more good stuff than what they let us pre-order. So awesome stuff. So that is your color comparison between those two colors. They're, like I said, to me, they're very, very different colors. And then I've got Crushed Curry here and Bumblebee. And again, I don't know how well it's going to show up on the screen because it's hard, again, with the lighting and everything. Crushed Curry, they're similar colors. The Bumblebee is a little lighter. Crushed Curry is a little more golden, a little bit of a darker color, but they're very similar and could probably be used fairly closely, interchangeably. I'm going to try to hold this up because I'm looking at it on my computer and going, that's not a very good, lighting wise, it's not great. So I'm hoping that if I hold it up a little bit, you'll be able to see the difference between the two. So you want to see jade green and shaded, or the just jade and shaded spruce. You want to see the difference between those two. So, so again, those are very similar colors. If you give me 1 second, I will hike back over my over my pile of stuff, and I will grab some shaded spruce cardstock, and we can look at those as well. The jade cardstock, to me, I don't remember anything very similar to that. These two, again, to me are two. These two are in the same color family to me, but you know, in my eye, but definitely two different, very different colors. So one is much, much darker. So anyway, so yeah. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Catherine. Thanks for hopping in. So those are, again, this is shaded spruce and this is just jade. So this color, I think it's very pretty. I like it. I like it a lot, and I feel like it's kind of, will fill in a gap in between some of the darker greens that we have and some of the really lighter greens. It's kind of that middle of the road shade to me. So, all right. And one more. Okay, you want me to go run over? Okay, y'all need to put up. I am going to wipe out over my computer cord here in a second if I keep hopping up and over the top of it. So let me grab the Night of Navy, and we will do. I like just jade and shaded spruce together too. Like I said, to me, those are similar, very similar color family. So those are good ones. All right. And again, much, much different as far as the tone of the color, the intensity of the color. Night of Navy is a lot darker than the Misty Moonlight one is. So, so yeah, I don't know. I can't even come up with a color that this one would compare to. Maybe, I don't know. I was trying to think if we had a color that was similar in the past, but I'm not sure that we did. So, all right. Well, thanks for hopping on, ladies. I see that everybody looks like they're kind of bailing out, so it looks like y'all are done kind of looking. Thanks so much for joining today again. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing all the good stuff. And again, if you have questions about joining or are interested in hopping in, let me know. I'd love to talk with you more about it. So thanks a bunch, and have a great rest of your day, and get your pre-orders in if you haven't done it yet. All right. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.